You're not allowed to give up on your dreams just because something bad happened. Because I was wheeled out of the Portland Leather grand opening on a stretcher. And if I can do that and still bounce back, then baby, you got it. Okay? Maybe next time take care, take care of yourself. Okay, so I need to tell you, I almost passed out. It's fine. We're fine. I was humiliated. Portland leather bags, the shopping bags, are not meant to be put in the crook of your arm. I feel like I just had this perfect storm of a situation of things that I didn't know was going to happen that day. But ultimately, I should have drank more water and electrolytes. We know that much. And I thought I was doing good. I'm not a sipper. I was sipping. But I did travel the day before and I hadn't drank that much. And then the second day, and then I was hot. So I got out there at like 5 something in the morning for the grand opening. And then, it's getting hotter. It opens at 10 a.m. And this was later on. I was supposed to fly back that night. I didn't even get to fly back. I just want to say I'm grateful for all of the people who helped me, because when you feel that guilt, I just kind of put a little damper on everybody's grand opening time because I didn't drink water and then put a bag on my arm. And then maybe should have had a snack because I was eating. So I thought it'd only been about 3 or 4 hours since my steak salad. I guess I need to tell you what happened. We have some funnies, though, too. Everyone knows my husband is Buff Babe at this point because that's how he is in my phone. Even the EMTs. Buff Babe. PLG team. My PLG. Oh, they know. My husband isn't Chris. No, who's that? It's Buff Babe. All right. So here's the thing. Apparently, like you lock your knees and it stops the blood flow and so you can pass out. Well, what had happened was I put a Portland leather shopping bag like this and I shopped around for about 45 minutes. And I looked down and my hand and my arm were white. And I don't just mean a little white. I mean, like, I was concerned. I was like, am I going to have an arm after this? But I also have anxiety. And so in my brain, I was like, okay, let me tell you. I took the bag off, obviously. I took it off. That's when things went south. I was like, something ain't right. I even told people. I told my friend Nicole, I was like, I don't feel right. And in my head, I'm talking myself off a ledge because that's what I do. That's what I do all day. I talk myself off a ledge. Girl, you fine. Well, girl, I wasn't fine. I wasn't fine. Apparently, that can happen in your arms. What Nick said is the arms are the legs of the chest. And I do remember that. And he was pretty cracked up that it was good. Like him and the other 2 paramedics, they were good. Or whatever they are. I don't know. Whoever was on the ambulance with me. I relied on a lot of people that day. From the PLG team to friends, because I traveled alone. I flew there by myself. And I could say, you know what, let's not do that again, and maybe play it small for the rest of my life. I could. That's an option. That's a choice. I could let that moment in time, that just few hours of my life, define that I would never do it again. Or I could say, next time we're going to drink more water and electrolytes and maybe have a snack. Because I had a whole Gatorade, was starting to feel better. I was out of it. I was going deep. I remember, I just wanted to sink into it. And at one point I started to, and Casey Jo, she called me back. And I remember taking everything that I had to come back to her because it just was so easy. And I was like, no, because I didn't know. I even called my husband. I said, I love you. I didn't know. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, am I dying? So apparently if you don't have enough fluid, like you're not hydrated enough, especially, and then you do that, and your sugar's 88 after a whole Gatorade, I just like triple didn't take care of myself. And it impeded on other people. Would they ever say that? No, they helped me. And I grew really close with a lot of people that day. Also, the people in the ambulance talking me off the ledge. Okay, Nick, super, super knowledgeable, talk me off a ledge. I'm sure they have to do that a lot. Do you think that they have to just, I don't know. I guess they don't have to do anything. But the fact that somebody walked me through what was happening in my body. Okay, let me tell you what I do. Here's my thing. I'm obsessed with psychology and like the brain and why it works, why it ticks, but I'm also that way about the body. So I do scans of myself mentally and physically. I like witness myself before I react to things, that kind of thing. Well, I do that to my body as well. So now when I'm feeling all these sensations, I'm like in the ambulance just like shaking. I'm a very shaky person and I was just like trembling and I could breathe and make myself stop and slow down, but it was a very conscious effort. So I'm scanning my body and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And he just like walked me through what was happening in my body and why it was happening and why it was trying to reacclimate. And, he was like, do you want me to nerd out on you for a second? And I was like, yeah, what am I going to do? You're putting fluids in my arm right now because they gave me an IV. And he just like explained everything that was happening in my body and it really helped settle. Like, just me mentally, the mental load that was taken off. Anyways, I'm not going to get savvy, but there was a lot of kindness paid to me that day. And I got off the ambulance. I didn't go to the hospital. And I was like, I'm going to take care of myself. They were like, if we come back, we're not going to be so nice. They didn't come back. I took care of myself. I was not trying to party hardy anymore. I don't know. The PLG team, my friends, Nick, Lexi, the ambulance. Okay, there was another girl. I keep forgetting her name, but I love her name. And she even, when I said it, she was like, I love how you just said my name. Her name was beautiful. It was something like Floasia, but I don't think that's right. My brain feels very foggy around it for some reason. She had a beautiful name. Anyways, they were all so nice and they took care of me and they weren't judgmental. I mean, Nick was a little sassy. He was a little sassy. Why are you out here doing this? Because it makes me happy. There was no question. That's why I do it, because it makes me happy. And I would never let a few hours of time of humiliation, even if it's like all these people that go to all these grand openings, Jessica and Wanda and like all of these people, I will see them again at another grand opening. People who took care of me at a time where I didn't know. I was so scared. I was scared. And people still took care of me. And I could say, I don't ever want to do this again. And it would be okay. But that's not me. And I don't think it's you either. And we don't have to let those things define us or be embarrassed about them. We just do better. Or you try to do better, Okay. Enough of this happy shit. Go get some fucking rest, okay? Bye. If you're the ambulance crew, thank you. Wow. Never been like... I love the sense of humor. The vibes were immaculate.